Well, it's intriguing when you look at Central and Eastern Europe because I've been involved in the region for over 20 years. And obviously, when everything started to change in 1989 onwards, most of the banks, most of the financial structures, which is what I deal with, and most of the economies were in a pretty poor state because they didn't have technology infrastructures that were equivalent to Germany, France, UK, for example. But because they've had the investment from partner countries, particularly, for example, in Poland, where I run a network company called the Financial Services Club, we've seen the economy transformed in 25 years. Poland is now the 6th largest economy in Europe, and a lot of that's down to in the investment in their financial market structures. So they have great capital markets, great payments infrastructures, really competitive banking and retail banking marketplaces, and because they've done all that with new technology, they're hugely innovative. And that's what I see across Eastern Europe, that there's innovation you don't get in mainstream Europe, in mainstream America, because mainstream Europe and mainstream America are dealing with technologies that are implemented before Mark Zuckerberg was born. Whereas in these countries, all the technologies are from the 1990s onwards, many of them from the last decade, therefore they're fit for the future, fit for the present. I'm going to give a shamelessly bad answer to begin with, and I'll give you the proper one, because you can edit it out if you want to. My shamelessly bad answer is read my books, Digital Bank and Value Web. Digital Bank tells you why you, Value Web tells you why you have to change quickly to absorb all this fintech innovation, and Digital Bank tells you how to launch a bank that deals with all this innovation. But my real advice to a fintech startup, and I'm often asked this, is do you have the right people? Because when you're starting out in a company, the people starting out in that company set the tone of that company, and it's very difficult to change it if you've got some wrong people. So make sure you're working with people you like. Equally, make sure that you're covering all the bases, because take Serge Brin and Larry Page with Google. They knew they couldn't run a business, so they brought in the CEO who could act as their CFO and their COO and run the operations, whilst they could do the innovation and the vision. And that's often the way that you need someone who's visionary as well as someone who's operational, and often that's not the same person. So you need to cover the financial structure, the commercial structure, the technical architecture, and the vision, and the managerial capabilities with people you like. So that's really the most important thing. Make sure you've got the right people.